Hello and welcome to Rear Facing Toddlers. My name is Margaret. In this video I'm going to show you how to install the Axkid Modukid car seat system. The Modukid is a three-piece system that consists of an infant carrier, the Modukid Infant, which is suitable from birth up to 75 centimetres, which is roughly 12 months. And then you've got the toddler seat, and that one can be used from 61 centimetres, which is about 6 months, all the way up to 105 centimetres, and that's approximately 4 years. The infant seat and the toddler seat both fit on the Minikid Isofix base. When the base comes out of the box, you have to attach the rebound bar because that comes separate. So you've got these two bars here that meet in the middle, and they have to go into the hole here at the end of the base. The rebound bar has 6 holes in it, and this knob here on the base has a pin down the end that has to lock down into one of those holes. So you position the bar like this into the hole at the end, lift up this knob, and then just make it go as far as it can, pull it out until the knob locks down. And then before you install the base in the car, you need to turn it over and undo the leg from the bottom. So you just pull it out of the little compartment that it's stored in. Then you've got this green indicator here. You push that forward until it goes red. Then you can stand it up. And then when you release it, it reveals the green bit again, and then you know it's in the right position. Now, there are 2 ways that you can do this. The instructions say that you need to leave the rebound brace all the way in and then extend the Isofix arms all the way out. And then once you've locked the base into the car, you then extend the rebound brace. So I will show you that method first. You pull the Isofix arms out by pulling out this knob first of all that has a pin on the inside which locks the Isofix arm into place inside the base. So you pull out this knob and then you slide out the Isofix arm all the way until it can't go any further. And then you do the same on the other side. You just pull out the knob, slide the Isofix arm all the way out until the knob locks back into place. And then you simply attach the Isofix arms to the points in the car until they click into place. There is a red indicator here on the side that turns green when it is locked into the car properly. I've now installed the Isofix base on this demo seat with the arms in the longest possible position, which would give a bigger child more legroom but does decrease legroom for the front passenger slightly. So you can shorten those Isofix arms when you're using the base with the baby seat, with the infant seat, or when you're using the toddler seat with a small toddler who doesn't need a lot of legroom yet. The Isofix arms have 4 settings and they are now on the longest they can possibly go. To make them shorter, you pull out these knobs, both of them at the same time, and then push the Isofix base towards the back of the car, and I'm now going to let them pop back in the middle position, or the second position rather. But because the rebound bar is all the way in as far as it can go inside the base, you have a gap here between the vehicle seat and that brace, and that gap needs to be closed. And you do that by pulling up this knob and pushing the bar all the way out until the knob locks back into place, and now it's nice and firm. So that's how the instruction booklet tells you to install the base. But I find that in some cars, especially the backrest, can be quite firm. This one is quite soft and squidgy, so it's easy to push the brace back in. But if that's a bit firmer, that can actually be quite difficult. And also, depending on where the Isofix points are located, there is an alternative way of doing it that I sometimes find easier. The Isofix base is now installed with the Isofix arms fully extended and the rebound brace positioned where I have chosen to put it, but that still leaves a little bit of a gap between the brace and the vehicle seat's backrest. And to close that gap, I'm going to wiggle the base step by step back into the back of the car. So you pull out the knob on one side and lock it into place 1 step down. Pull this one out, click that into place, and then this one again. If you do one side all the way first, it will get stuck. So you need to do it click by click, one at a time. And make sure that the knobs are clicked into position on both sides. This one isn't yet. That's it. So now the brace is nice and firm and the Isofix arms have shortened by about 2 positions. And the next step of the installation is to drop the leg down to the floor. Now, I don't know if you've noticed while we've been doing this video that there is a very annoying beepy sound going on in the background. So I'll just be quiet for a second so you can hear it. Right, so that's the beep. I don't know if it's loud enough actually for the camera to pick it up, but what that is a sensor that shows that the leg is not in proper contact with the floor. So when you've installed the base correctly, you will no longer hear that sound. There is a little button here underneath the foot at the base of the leg, and when the leg is all the way down to the floor, that button is pushed in and that turns that sound off. So all that's left to do now is to extend the leg until it's in contact with the floor and that beeping noise has stopped. And you do that by pulling out the top one of these knobs pushing the leg into the floor and then just pushing the bottom of the base up slightly until that pin locks into place. Now, as you can see, there are two of these knobs that you can pull out, and that is just in case your seat is higher and the floor is further away. So I can just very quickly demonstrate that by moving my fake floor out of the way. So it goes all the way down to here, and then there is a second part that goes all the way down to there. So this base will fit in most cars, even if the seat is very high. And all that's left to do now is to click both the seats one by one into the base to show you how that works. The base has a colour-coded indicator which currently is red because there is no seat on the base. When you click the seat into place, this will close and that will turn green. It actually comes out of the box green, so before you use it for the first time you need to pull it out to make it red, but you only need to do that once. And once it's actually red, you can't make it green again. That's just a one-off thing that you need to do when it's new. Now, as you can see on the base, you've got 4 sets of claws, if you like, that the seats lock into. So you've got 4 here and then another 2 here. And when you turn the infant seat over, you've got a bar there. Now that bar locks into the front too, and there's a hole there, and you have to aim to get these 2 outer ones inside that hole. It seems complicated, but actually once you do it, it's very easy. All you just do is just make sure the strap's out of the way. You just position the seat on the base, push it down, and once that's gone green, it's in. The back of the seat has 2 side impact protection blocks on it, one on both sides, and they've got ASIP printed on them, and that stands for Axkid Side Impact Protection. And once you've installed the seat in the car, you need to go around the back of it. There's a little white button. You press that very lightly, it doesn't go very far, and then you just pull out the ASIP block as far as it will go and as far as the door will allow. You only need to use the ASIP on the side of the door. So this is what the Axkid Modukid Infant looks like when it's installed on the base in the car. And to remove the seat from the base, you just need to pull the lever at the back until the green indicator turns red, and then you can lift the seat off the base. And I've now left the base in exactly the same position on the demo seat, and I'm just going to show you how to put the Modukid Toddler seat on the base. And again, same principle, you've got these 4 metal bars here, 2 metal bars but with 4 corners, and they go into the claws on the base. And you just drop it into the base until it clicks into place and the indicator goes green. Sometimes it can be a little bit stiff, you just need to give it a little bit of help until it clicks into place. And removing the toddler seat from the base is exactly the same as removing the infant seat. All you need to do is just simply pull this lever until the green indicator turns red, and then you can just take the seat off the base. And now to remove the base from the car, you start by taking the leg back up to take the pressure off. So you just pull out this knob and push the leg back up. The beepy sound will come back on. To release the Isofix base from the car, you need to push this grey button here and pull it back at the same time. So you push both sides at once and pull back. But it's actually really, really stiff because there is a lot of pressure because the rebound brace is so tight. So the best thing to do is pull this middle knob up first and retract that brace back in, and that makes this much looser and makes it really easy to then press those buttons and take the base out of the car. Before I install the base in the car with the infant seat and the toddler seat, I just want to quickly show you how to install the infant seat with a seat belt, because you may sometimes be in situations where you don't have the base in case you get a taxi or if you're getting a lift from a friend or whatever. So I just want to show you how to do that first. So you position the seat in the car with the backrest at a 45-degree angle. And then before you start, you just move the carry handle out of the way because otherwise it's a little bit too difficult. Then you get the seat belt, pull out enough length, and hook it through the first hook which is nearest to you, and then this hook on this side, which is probably a bit easier for you to see. You then buckle it in, put your left foot in the footwell, or your right foot if you're on the other side, it's my left foot. Pull the seat really tight, or put the belt really tight while you're pushing the seat with your knee, and then you wrap the belt all the way around the back, and then you pass the belt through this guide here on the back, bottom first, and then the top. You need to fold the belt a little bit to get it in, and then you just pull the belt really tight. I always like to put my hand here and push down slightly whilst pulling the belt in the opposite direction. So you go like this, and then put the carry handle back up, and if you want to put the hood on you can, and there you go. And then you just need to pull out the side impact protection. So you press the little white button on the back and pull it all the way out, and that's the infant carrier fully installed with the seat belt. I'm now going to install the base in the car and install one of the seats on it all in one take, just to show you how long that takes. So you start again by taking the leg out of the bottom of the base, pull it so that the green bit goes red, and extend it until that green bit has gone green again. Position it in the car roughly where it needs to go, and then you pull out the Isofix arms one by one. So this one first and that one second. Now you need to know where your Isofix points are located to do this, and I sort of do. I mean, I don't use Isofix for my kids anymore, and I've only had this car for 3 months, but here goes, it should be okay. There's signs on the seat anyway. So that's clicked, yeah, that's gone straight in, so that was quite easy. And then what you need to do according to the instructions is then to close this gap, pull up this knob, push the rebound brace all the way in until the knob clicks back down, and that's now really nice and solid. And then drop the leg down to the floor. Now, one click of that leg is not long enough for my car, so I do need to also use the bottom one to make it go all the way down, and that's this base installed. Now, if you want to install the base with a different legroom setting, then you can do, as I explained earlier, lift the brace back up, that's quite stiff, okay, pull it, say to here, whatever, until it locks back down, and then you need to wiggle step by step those Isofix arms back in. So you pull out one side until it clicks, then this side till it clicks, then that side again. And I've now got an equal amount showing on both sides, and it's nice and firm. The leg is still fine, so that's all good. So now I'm going to just get my infant seat, which is down here next to me on the floor. So you just get the seat, make sure the strap doesn't get caught up in the mechanism, position it in the base, and make sure that the indicator's gone green. And that's your baby. And you've also got to make sure that the carry handle is always in its upright position whenever you're using the seat in the car. And I've now removed the infant seat from the base, and I'm just going to reach down to the floor next to me to get the toddler seat and click that into place. So here I go, just put this on the base, click it down, and the indicator has gone green instantly, and that's a perfect installation. And then I just need to add the Modukid's side impact protection block to the side of the seat. And you do that by opening this zip, and inside that zip on the side of the seat is a little plastic bracket. Just open the zip around the bracket, and the bracket needs to rest here in the middle of this block. So you just see the two little arrows, they point forward towards the back of the car, but the front of the car seat. So you just position this in place and slide it up until it locks. So I'm now just going to put this doll in the car seat, and this one is about 80 centimeters in height, which is roughly the size of a 1-year-old. So here we go. The easiest thing I always find is to post the baby in with their feet first and then swivel them round once they're in the seat. Pull the buckle out from underneath, put the straps over his shoulders with his arms through, make sure they're flat, same on this side. Now you'll notice that I've got the lever set to the left. That's the unlock position for the headrest, which allows it to go up and down. So fasten the buckle, pull up the straps through the buckle to remove all the slack from the hips, and then pull the adjuster strap to bring the headrest down and tighten up the straps in one go. So that was my installation video on the Axkid Modukid car seat system. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.